Welcome to the Angelic Frequency podcast. We are your hosts, Christina Aroche
and Luisa Velez, and this is our anniversary episode. So we are walking down memory lane and talking about all the exciting things that are coming up in 2026. Such fun conversation. So join us.
Hi. Oh, it's so good to see you.
So good to see you. I miss you so much.
I know. I miss you too. It feels like it's been forever since we
It feels
last
like it has been
recorded.
since we recorded. Yeah, it's been a while.
You know what I love though is that even though it's been however long since we last recorded, we still somehow managed to color
Yes. Look at
coordinate
this.
without even planning, both wearing like dark navy blue. Like that's pretty
We're
cool.
still in sync. We
Yes.
got it. We still got it. Yeah, we do that a lot, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
fun.
know. It's
So, yeah, it's been a long time. So, I'm away from Canada. I'm traveling, and we have a bunch of wonderful guest episodes that we had. So, it's been good, but definitely, as always, my favorite episodes are our one-on-ones.
me too. This is so good, and it's so funny because we were actually trying to pre-record some of these one-on-one
And
episodes before you left on your trip, and it just wasn't working out. Like it felt like the universe and the angels were like, "No, like you're not doing this
divine
right now."
timing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
divine
one of those
timing.
things.
Yeah, which
It
I
was,
totally can see why now. Like I absolutely understand.
yeah,
Like
now
now
we
that
know.
we're here, I'm like, oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys do have a better plan, don't you?
Yeah, they always do. We try. We try to be one step ahead, and we
Yeah.
just don't understand.
Yes.
There's no point in doing that. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I feel like they put me on a weird like technological detox
Mm.
situation because the Wi-Fi connectivity, the power, like everything has been just working against us so much that I'm
Yes.
like, I just needed to just not
Yeah.
not be online and just
Yeah.
to walk away.
Yes. They like really made you be present in like
They made me be
your
present,
thing. Yeah, in your
doing
current
my thing here, and
environment and spending time with family and just all of that, which
touch a tree, look at the birds, and
yeah.
just forget it.
Yeah,
There's nothing else
appreciate
to do.
this moment. Which
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's so amazing of them to like force you to do that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like,
it was. It was a
you know,
gift. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, when do you ever get to be in like such a beautiful tropical, just soak it all
It's
in and just
precious whenever we're
yeah,
here. It's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. What am I doing?
yeah,
But yes, and to be able to be here, but also be present. And yeah, no one could be on their phone. So we were just playing board games and talking and reading and just
yeah,
being there. Even for my daughter, it was great. There's no screens.
yeah,
No screens. I can't do it. So
yeah,
you just need to go in the pool and play some games, be bored.
right, right.
So it was amazing.
That's
At the end of
amazing.
the day, it was good.
So good. I love that so much for you. And not in the same situation as you, but like I feel in general for me personally, it has been a month of like slowing down, being more present, being more mindful, you know? So that's been an interesting kind of like, I guess, I don't know, theme this month,
Yeah.
allowing yourself to just kind of be more in the flow and being centered, being present, enjoying the moment. Yeah.
I
So
mean, it's winter. It's that time of year. We're not meant to kickstart the year. I've been reading this a lot lately about like it's the worst time when we're like January 1st, I'm gonna start my,
right.
routine, new diet, I'm gonna do everything, I'm gonna be
Right.
so productive. Like the middle of winter, no one can,
Yeah.
be proactive when it's dark and cold and awful outside. It's unnatural to
Yeah.
go against the rhythm of the season.
Yeah.
That like spring, there's a reason why spring is spring. Like
Right.
nature's awakening. Or like, oh my God, there's sunshine and flowers, and
Yeah.
our soul just comes back into our body, and that's the time to like,
Yeah.
okay, here we go. But I think winter is just fair to stay in kind of a
Right. A bit more of a slower, yeah,
slower
totally.
start of the year. It's okay. It's
Yes.
okay.
A
It's that
thousand
energy.
percent.
So why
Yeah.
work against it?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
We can start later with
Exactly. Whoever came up with the
nature.
calendar, like, oh gosh, no,
Doesn't make
not
sense.
okay. But even in
No.
astrology, like the beginning of the astrological year is technically in
Right.
spring, right? Whatever the
Yes,
sign is
that's
that's in March. What is
that's
it?
why we're
Aries
supposed.
or no? I don't know.
I
I'm not
don't
very
speak
familiar.
astrology. I'm
Yeah, me
sorry.
neither.
I
But
barely know mine. No, but the more I hear it, the more I'm like, yeah, some things make sense.
yeah.
That I know if I knew more. I'm speaking from an ignorant
Yeah.
perspective. I just don't know enough to know
Yes.
how good it is. I'm sure it's great.
Yes. Yes. 1,000%. Totally agree. And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's been great. It's been great to just kind of be in a space of like honoring the energy and the time and the year versus like be in the, I don't know, more 3D world of like January 1st, what are your intentions? What are your resolutions? Blah, 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 and kind of like ease into it versus like try to hit the ground running. And then I feel like after these experiences too, you come back and you're like refreshed and you have more creative energy and like kind of like
Yeah.
a different perspective too and
Yeah.
all of that. So I feel like that's all so powerful and important.
All that. Yes. Very powerful. But
Yeah.
talking about years and calendars, this is a
Yes.
very special episode. Congratulations.
Yay!
I believe
Celebrating.
it's been a year.
It's our 1 year
It's
anniversary.
our 1 year anniversary. I can't believe it's been a year.
I
It's again
know.
one of those things where it's time warps and it's the fastest, slowest
Yes.
time ever. And we've been together for so long. And it's been like, we've been doing this for a lifetime, it feels.
Yeah.
But also, I can't believe it's been a year.
I
That's
know.
insane. It's only been a
So
year.
crazy. So yeah, this is episode 52, which means that we've released an episode every single week for 52 weeks, which is 1 year. And just like,
Did it.
whoa, it's so cool. I love it. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's just so divinely timed for us to be able to come together and like reflect on this past year. And I feel like it's going to be fun for people to listen in on like what we've learned, how we've grown, how things shifted and changed throughout the year, and kind of like
Yeah.
what year two of the Angelic Frequency podcast is looking like or unfolding into, or kind of, our intentions around and all that. I think that's going to be so
So
fun
good.
to talk
It's
about
gonna be so fun.
all of
Yes,
those things.
absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
It's been a wild ride. I could have never imagined the things, the experiences, the conversations that we've had. I feel like we've entered like the best universe. It's been the best education, like a fast
Yeah.
track, and like all the things that we needed to know. I feel like all the conversations we've had with so many experts about so
Yeah.
many different topics, it's given me, yeah, the education, the spiritual education of a lifetime. And it's like going
Yeah.
to school in the best way, going to Hogwarts. Like it's
Yeah.
like learning like
Exactly.
something incredible every week and getting
Exactly.
to know people, experts on different fields. And now how my mind, I bet our listeners, like how my
Mhm.
mind
Mhm.
has expanded in so many fun different ways. I think that's kind of what I see as like anything's possible. Like I've heard
Yeah.
so many things at this
I
point, and we've
know,
learned
right?
so much about so much. And it's like I just know that I don't know much,
Yeah, I know,
and
right?
that anything's possible.
Yeah. That's a
That's
good summary of it, I feel like. It's like I actually don't know as much like at all, that much at all, because there's
yeah,
so much out there to learn and anything is possible. Yeah, I love that.
it's
That's like the
possible.
best
Why
summary.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
angels, sure. And there's so many things in between. Oh my God.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, learning more about our existence, our universe, and spirit, and everything has been just so fun.
Yeah.
We've also had some amazing guests.
Mhm.
I They say never meet your heroes, but we've had some incredible conversations.
Yes.
Can you believe? Who's your favorite?
I was about to ask you that question.
My Neil.
I knew you
Neil
were going to
Donald
say that.
Walsh. Like
Yeah.
I've been a Conversations with God like fan for so long, and I've heard his audiobooks for years and years. So I feel
Yeah.
like when I had that conversation, I was just like somewhere else. It
Yes.
was
Yes.
from from the perspective of I can't believe I'm talking to him and just being such a
Yeah.
fan of his work and whatever, like the experience that he had, and
Yeah.
such an amazing, person. But beyond that, our conversation was so deep and profound
Yes.
and just so sweet and
Yes.
It was great. It was great to have that conversation with him. I keep that close to my heart. The fact that he said my name
Yeah,
and
right.
that I was in a room with him and had a chance to interact with him for an hour, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
That's
that was mind blowing. And it was one of the first two. So that set the bar so high.
yeah.
It showed, like, I felt like it showed, like, anything's possible.
Right.
I think that was the intention. Like, you just dream it and it can happen.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like,
Exactly.
so the bar, I think that was kind of the intention of leading us to someone like that early on, is like,
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it, dream it,
Exactly.
and do it, and
Possible.
go
Yeah.
for it. Anything's possible and these things can happen. So the fact that we had that conversation early on was great in
Yeah.
that way too. It set the expectations
Yes.
really high.
Yes.
And then we did, like,
Right. They
they orchestrated, like, spirit orchestrated
orchestrated
the whole
it.
thing, but they are like, we're gonna give you, like, you just dream away, we're gonna give you what you need,
Yeah.
and we're gonna figure things out with you. So that
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I love that so much. And I definitely his episode definitely stands out in my mind too, just because like I still remember how I felt after that conversation. And I remember that sense of like, whoa, I feel like my mind was just like
Yeah,
blown open, and kind of just really being like I remember after that conversation feeling like I don't know, like my frequency had shifted. Like I felt my energy had shifted so much.
yeah.
You just
So,
listening to him, which was
and
really
yeah,
cool. Especially for me personally, my experience was that I had never really followed him or like listened to his videos. Like I wasn't as familiar with him. I know, even though I knew who he was and like I've heard of him and like, all of that,
right,
but I hadn't followed him so deeply as like your perspective of him. So for me
right,
coming into it, you know, and then just being like, whoa, like my energy changed just being in
right.
conversation with him
Yeah,
was
he's so
really cool.
wise. And
So
the thing
cool.
is beautiful is that it's just then also the beautiful message about that interview and him as a person is the, like, it's so empowering because it's like
Yeah.
it's your dialogue with God. It's not about me. It's
Yeah.
not about Neil. It's
Right.
about, you can do this too. We all can do this too, and you can have conversations with God. We all have conversations with God all the time, and this is how we
Yes.
can do that in our everyday. So it's so empowering because it also is not like a guru up there on a pedestal. Is like
Hmm.
giving you lived experience of how he connected with the divine and how he's been doing it for so long and how we can do it. So it's also very empowering and it's
Yeah.
such a nice message.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. A
Yeah.
thousand percent. I agree.
What was your favorite? That was my
Trying to
favorite.
think of like what my favorite right now in the moment. What's standing out is Antonia's episode about
Oh, that
the
was
light
such
language and the dragons. Like I remember that episode was real for me, was also just like, whoa, like that was mind blowing for me to hear
yeah,
all like her
it's
perspective around
possible.
it,
Like,
connection around it, and the way that she explained things. So that is what's standing out to me right now. But there's another guest, which I don't know if I should say it because the episode hasn't aired yet and it won't for a little while.
mm,
But there's an upcoming guest that also is one of my top, I would say.
okay. Yes, I think I know what you're talking. But it's that's the thing. We've had so, I mean, the people we get to talk to, this is just such a privilege to do something
I
that we love so much.
know.
And
Yeah.
every day, and it's just like, oh my God, I love it so much. So Sonia Choquette
Yes.
was one of those surreal moments when I saw that comment on our feed and that like from Sonia Choquette
Right. Yeah, yeah,
that we sent, and I'm like, what?
yeah.
Sonia is liking my post. I was gonna die. I was so excited. I remember I was walking my dog out on the street, and then all of a sudden you send me that screenshot, and
Yes.
oh my God, I was skipping off the
The rest of the
street.
way. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. You know what? I think a big reflection in looking back on these different conversations and the guests is that feeling where you're like, oh my God, I'm about to talk to this person, like Sonia
Yeah,
Choquette or Neil Donald Walsh or whoever else. And it's like this moment. But then when you're actually in conversation with them, you're like, this is just a regular person, you know? It just feels so, I don't know, just like, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, it just feels really cool to be able to be in this room, quote unquote, with them, you know, in the
And
recording
it's just
room. And
people.
they're just
And yeah,
people.
I
Yeah.
think those are the best. And I think everyone we've interviewed is pretty much like this, but it's everyone is just a person like us
Yes.
who's been walking this path for long enough that they know better, of course, and they're,
Yeah.
ahead of
Yeah.
us in the journey. But they all reflect power back to us
Yes.
as individuals, and even someone like Sonia, who has been
Mm-hmm.
such an incredible like teacher for so many people across the globe for so many years. And she's like, well, it's you are the one who
Yeah.
answers, you are the one who has power, you are the one that gets connected with your guides. And I'm just, showing you what works for me,
Mm.
my method, but it's you. So I think that's one thing that I think as a theme, and a thread that I
Yeah.
see across interviews and the best episodes, and these really big figures is like it's all they reflect the power back to us as people, and it's not
Yes.
about them. It's about you can do this. I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
we all can.
Exactly.
We can all do this, and so that's magical and empowering.
Yeah, yeah, I 1,000% I agree. I think that that is part of, I forget what we were, if we were talking one time or if I don't remember how this happened, but I just remember having, or maybe we did it together. Anyways, like this vision of like, yeah, the more that we have these conversations in these different ways with these different people, different perspectives, but it's like expanding like on a collective level our consciousness, like the energy just continues to expand and grow when we are engaging in something like this, not just as a interviewer perspective, but just from listening. So everyone who's listening and who, like, that's an engagement, like you're listening. If you're listening, you're engaging with this energy. And so from that perspective, being able to have these conversations, being able to take it from these different perspectives, and then feel the expansion happening. Like if you're feeling it personally on whatever level, mind level, soul level, body, like whatever, it's happening collectively as well. And I think that's a huge
Yeah,
part of knowing how we're all contributing to the impact. It's like, so for those who maybe feeling like, well, I'm just a listener, you're not just a listener, you're contributing to the expansion by
right.
listening because you're receiving that energy. And through your consciousness receiving it, the collective consciousness is also growing, you know?
Exactly. We're all just the one thing. So at the
Yeah.
end of the day. So yeah, by listening, by us having these conversations, we're all expanding, we're all growing, we're all evolving in different ways. But yeah, it's so mind blowing. Also, I think one of the other talking about themes and kind of I think in terms of process, just beyond the specific interviews or things that have come up or that we've learned is just trusting the unfold. Like at this point, my level of trust in, yeah,
Mm,
it's not happening today, there's a reason, there's a
right.
better path, there you have a plan, like just the acceptance
Right.
of like, yeah, you know better, just
Yeah.
whatever you're driving, I'm just you just do your thing,
Yeah.
just let me know what you
Yeah.
want me to do. Like that general attitude towards like our process and how we do the podcast and life in general is like
Yes.
reading live in kind of a different, it's helped me so much on a personal level to read live like that,
Yeah.
and just trusting the unfolding. And yeah, it's like you're divinely supported and loved, and just go with it. Let
Yes.
them help you. They're trying,
Yeah.
help them help you.
Exactly. Exactly. If there's one thing that I feel is a takeaway from every single episode, no matter what the conversation was about, it's exactly what you just said. It's that they're here, they're supporting us, and they want to help us. They're here to help us. Like, and it's like, let them help you because we're the
Right.
ones who are getting in the way.
It's so funny. Like let go of that thing. They're
Yeah.
gonna give you something better. They're not taking anything away. Just let that go. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's kind of it's funny, and it's so hard to put in practice and to do it consistently. But at least I'm aware now enough that I try to keep coming back to
Yeah.
that. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we have our plans, but then God is out there laughing, and the
That's
angels are
right.
laughing at us.
That's
We think we
cute.
know.
That's
Not
cute that
cute.
you
We
guys
don't
have
need
this
to set the
plan.
episode.
We have a different plan. No. But
Exactly. Plot twist. This is not what that is. But
yeah.
actually, maybe, I mean, if I can put you on the spot
Oh
to
gosh.
channel a little,
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
know. Yeah, like
Yeah.
tell us about our 2020. Like we have a plan. We think we know what it is, and it's all about community and
Yep.
bringing people together in different meaningful ways, and our in-person events and
Mhm.
gatherings and
Mhm.
online thing, all the things. We want to
Yeah.
build a community. The theme of 2026 to me is community and coming together in different ways, online, in person, all the things, but we're just
Mhm.
coming together,
Mhm.
and we're starting to build out this community of like-minded people in different ways.
Yeah.
Do the angels have anything to add to this perspective, or any, or who wants to step forward and say something about it?
Well, yeah, I'll definitely share that Archangel Gabriel is the one who is coming forward,
So honored
which
lately.
is
Okay,
so interesting. Yeah, I feel like he's been very
he's
present
been
in these
coming up, yeah, a
conversations.
lot.
So he immediately, I felt his presence coming through as you were just like sharing that and saying that. But I definitely feel like it's, yeah, the community aspect. And it feels like also what I keep hearing is like a platform for expression. Like it feels like this expressive energy wanting to come through. So whether it's, it feels like almost like taking this podcast, let's say, as that platform, but it's giving people a way to transmit their expression, their voice, so that it can reach the people that it's meant to reach, you know. And I'm just thinking about topics that are going to be coming up, you know, with future guests that are coming in, and whatever. Like I'm just thinking like, whoa, there's a lot of interesting information I feel that's coming in too that hasn't or didn't used to be so prevalent in terms of what people spoke about on
Yeah,
podcasts or platforms or whatever, but it feels like it's giving voice to these types of conversations, you know, that it's like, oh, that's what's happening or that's what's coming kind of
right,
a thing. You know what I mean? And so it's also helping to not just stay, how do I say this? It's like I feel like in certain maybe spiritual circles or areas, it can kind of feel like you're boxed into like the same kind of loop or the same kind of conversation. Whereas this feels like, okay, there's certain areas that we haven't really explored yet as much collectively, and it's time to explore these themes or it's time to explore these conversations. And so I feel like that is a huge part of yeah what's coming like what they are going to be guiding in terms of the podcast and
that's
like
so
as a
fun.
platform itself,
Yeah,
you know.
I love it. And that's how, I mean, that makes sense. That is pretty, I mean, the intention behind this whole thing is just to normalize
Yeah.
these conversations and provide a platform for people to just know that they're not alone,
Yes.
that there's other weird people like that out there having
Yeah.
weird experiences out in the wild, and we're all
Yeah.
together in it, experiencing this beautiful, magical place.
Yes.
All it there's in it, from, yeah, angels and to, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
fairies and everything in between. I mean, at this point, anything,
Exactly.
everything is possible.
Anything and everything. And the other thing too though that I want to bring up that I think is an interesting part of just this whole unfolding and kind of like how everything has come together, which definitely I don't feel was in our mind when we started the podcast. Like we started the podcast with what you just said, like that intention of having these conversations, normalizing
Hmm.
this, all of that. But the other side of it that has been awakening for us has been this divine feminine energy and like the divine feminine
Yes.
theme. And even though we had a handful of guests, especially
Yeah.
early on, where we were talking about divine feminine, like we had a whole podcast episode on Mother Mary, like
Yeah.
at the beginning. And so that has been an interesting, I feel, development.
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, unexpected. And I thought this was going to be something else. Yes, a platform for that, but very much focused on angelic themes and things like that. So I didn't expect it to be so broad in scope and
Right.
just
Yeah.
so big. But beyond that, yeah, divine feminine. and again, looking back, everything makes sense,
Yeah.
right? But from my personal background and story and yours and things and past lives and all the pieces of the puzzle coming together, showing you
Yes.
this is what was underneath all along. So definitely exploring that
Right.
divine feminine facet and aspect
Mm-hmm.
more and more in 2026 is going to be very exciting.
So
Um,
good.
Also, because again, we're on this fast track, like crash course and
Yeah.
so many things. So exploring it together, it's just, and with our audience,
Yeah.
it just feels like such a fun journey and thing to do. So yeah, I can't wait to learn more about that. But just the hints and
Yes.
the crumbs and
Little
that we've come
breadcrumbs.
so far.
Yeah.
The plot thickens and the characters that come into, our awareness are just so interesting. So I can't wait to learn more because I wasn't really paying attention before. So I remember when we started working together, when I
Mm-hmm.
started to dive into angelic work and was getting my certification, and it was like character after character. It was all divine feminine,
Right.
but at the time it was like, that's random.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Like, who is Lilith and who is Hecate and who is
Right.
Isis and who is,
Yeah.
and then the more I look back, I was like, oh,
Mhm.
divine Sophia and Mother
Yeah.
Mary and Mary Magdalene. They've been so present, not only like in our relationship and our journey and the unfolding of us
Mm-hmm.
coming together, and then the podcast and everything that's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
happening. So it's like they were behind, yeah,
Yeah.
that
They're
the
behind
plan,
everything.
they're behind it all along, like, of course, and it was them, and it's
Yeah.
them like orchestrating this whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's just so interesting to look back, and they were throwing like hints
Yes.
and things, and we're like, huh, it'll make sense
Right.
at some point.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, I think it's just a really interesting like intersection, I feel like, of like all these different aspects, like the divine feminine, but also the angelic presence and like their guidance, and then just like other energies too and how they play a role, and just kind of like, and then our own remembrance and how that ties into everything. It's just like an interesting intersection of all these things that I think is so powerful and so important, and all are interconnected in their own way, and all contribute to that unfolding. And I think too, it just goes to show how it's like the breadcrumbs come in and pieces start to fall into place, and even when it's kind of like, oh, okay, like, I don't know, whatever, like, it still moves you in the direction that you need to go, you know what I mean?
Right,
And I feel like
exactly.
it gets to a point where you're kind of like, okay, something's up and I need to start listening, or I need to start paying attention,
Paying attention to the
and I
clue.
think that's the biggest thing in that we have been doing now, is like the paying attention and kind of like, oh,
The paying attention and being more present and more,
yeah,
yeah, like catching those things, because even
yeah.
today I can see things from my life in general. And anyway, I have anecdotes to tell you, but that's another episode. But yeah, you can look at your life and see like, oh, that was something special and I just didn't know what I was looking at back then. But anyway,
Yeah.
coming back here, yeah, the unfolding has been amazing. I just can't wait to see what's coming next, and it's gonna be a great year. And I remember what they were showing me. Sorry, I kept seeing a map. Well, you were speaking, the symbolism there was a map, like when you're doing cartography and
Oh.
like explorers before that went somewhere and they're drawing the map of this new world and just
Mhm,
creating the
mhm,
map.
mhm.
I think with angelic work or cosmology or like scope was like this. And with the podcast, I think it's just like we're charting
Right.
like different territory, and just there's different beings, different realms. So we're adding sort of layers to this
Yeah.
map and building out like the globe. And it feels like that's the
Oh,
work
yeah.
of the podcast in a way, is like talking to these experts about different things and different topics. And we're building out
Yeah.
our, yeah, our map, and
Yeah.
our world view that encompasses all those other things beyond
Right.
angels and ascended masters and other beings and everything related to earth and our life and spirit
Yeah.
as we understand it so far on earth, and how all these different beings and realms interact and work with and
Yes.
for humanity to just, anyways, to
Yeah.
go back to oneness or whatever you want to call it. But it's very
Yeah.
interesting. I did feel like it was like they were showing me like the map, like old timey, like when you're drawing the map and you're going and drawing like
Right.
things that you're starting to discover and new places, and you were drawing the map, we're charting new territory, and we're just building out this
That's
new,
so cool.
bigger, wider
Yeah.
map and understanding of divine. And
Yeah.
it feels really
That's
exciting.
so exciting. I love that. And I even feel like the sense of like, you could see like the map like as a 2D thing, but then like if you took it and you're like, wait, this is actually 3D and you made it into the globe, right? And it's like a 3D, like whatever thing, and kind of how that's part of that evolution too, with what exactly what you just said. We're charting
Yeah,
it out and it's like this, but then it's actually they're like, but it's actually this 3D
actually so
thing.
many
Well,
dimensions
actually,
and
more
layers.
dimensions than three. So,
So many.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, it's getting complicated, it's getting interesting, it's
yeah,
getting just, yeah, again, we don't know,
yeah,
we don't know,
yeah.
but it feels exciting to be able to ask these more interesting questions
Hmm.
now that we know a little bit more about different things, and it
Yeah.
feels exciting to build out this new worldview and understanding of the spirit and divine
Yes.
with angels, and but also so beyond that,
Hmm.
in a way that we couldn't have imagined. And it feels like for us personally fulfilling a very old mandate and mission
Yeah.
that we've been on for a very long time together, and just coming together to do that in this lifetime feels so special.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a special time in our lives, so I think
Such a
it's going to
special
be another
time.
great, fun,
Yes.
exciting year.
Yes, I love that. And on that note, I want to ask you, what do you, based on what we know, I know that there's going to be things that unfold and whatever, but like based on what we know so far in terms of year two and what we're planning ahead, what are you most excited for year two of the podcast?
Year two of the podcast, gosh, all I can think about is the in-person stuff,
I
honestly.
know. Yeah.
Like, I know we have so many, I have a super exciting guest that I'm really looking forward to. So bigger, better,
Yeah.
different guests, and just getting to speak to interesting people. It's always going to be exciting for me. I'm such a nerd. So learning more is
Yeah.
exciting. Getting together with people is just, I can't wait for a retreat. And just like
Yes.
exploring that in person with people, it's
Yes.
just so exciting for me. And it's a natural kind of progression of the work of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's the evolution of, and it's kind of a, yeah,
Yeah.
something derived out of the podcast. So I see it as one. But
Yeah.
yeah, in-person events and retreats, I think that's so fun. What
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah. I have to say the same thing of that, like the getting together in community at retreats, in person events. Then the other part of that, slightly connected, but also not so much. But I feel also maybe they would just want me to say it out loud so that
Yeah,
we set the
probably.
intention. But it's filming more episodes in person. I feel like that's the other side of it is like
Yay! Yes.
filming more episodes in person and kind of having that be part of the
Yeah.
evolution too of like how we're able to
No.
present the podcast or like like that
Yes.
whole thing. I feel like that's really exciting in terms of visioning that. Like I have no idea when or how or whatever, but like we're setting the intention that
Yeah.
we're gonna do in person
We're gonna do a lot more in
recording.
person everything, in
Yeah.
person podcast. That was such a fun episode, and again, we couldn't film it, and then we filmed it on the
Yeah.
11th hour, and it worked, and it was great. But yeah, definitely in person episodes. I'm so looking forward to that, and yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have a special time together, and yeah, it feels special, and it feels like coming back to, we've been having such a strong remembrance lately.
Mm-hmm.
When we come together, especially in person together, it's so
Right.
weird, like
Yeah.
the
Like
vibe. And it
energetically.
feels like,
Yeah.
when you're remembering like a dream that you had, and you have it in there, and then it's on the tip of your tongue, and you're like, I just saw that, like,
Yes.
it's like there. It's like
Yes.
almost here. It's like a memory you can almost,
Yes.
you know, remember. And so it feels like our experience, especially when we're in person, is like, I
Yeah.
remember you. Like we what so it just feels so special.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
being like that, I'm so looking forward to that
Yeah.
too.
Me too.
And yeah, this is such fun work, and so I can't wait to do more of that.
Oh my gosh, me too. I feel like more of that remembrance piece is going to be revealed this year too, of just like what is that remembrance and
Yes.
the connection to like the lineage, and kind of like what is this memory that I feel, so many people have, like exactly how you said, it's stored somewhere in there. We can't, it's
I
just on the
know, I
tip
know. Why can't I
right
remember it?
there. Yeah, I feel like more of that remembrance is going to be emerging for us and for people this year. And yeah, and the retreats that we're planning and the events that we're planning is all part of that, to be able to come together in person and to be together, to sit in ceremony together, in circles
Yes.
together, and allow the energy to come forward. Because to me, it feels like less of like, I need to like do something or like put effort. I need to put effort to remember, but more so it's like creating a space and
It's gonna happen.
environment
Yep.
where it naturally comes out, and that's what I
Yes.
feel these retreats are about. It's like we come together and we sit and we're so intentional and present with the energy here and what we're bringing together, it's
But it just
inevitable that they remember
just bubbles up. It's just
bubbles
gonna
up.
happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Just like what I was sharing at the beginning of our conversation, like being on this forced like detox,
Yeah.
that I was, it enabled me to have these other like wonderful, great experiences, and it just came out. It just happened. It was
Yeah.
the right conditions for those things to happen. So I think it's gonna be the same with the retreat. It's gonna be like us in that space with that group of people. That's gonna just
Hmm.
naturally, it's all gonna come into play. I can't wait to do a good like past life regression together. It's gonna
I
be amazing.
know. So good. I'm so
Yeah,
excited. It's going to be
it's gonna be
amazing. Yeah, so this first one that's coming up, it's in March over the spring equinox, just in time
yes.
for that actual true rebirth and emerging out into the world energy.
Start of the year. That's when
Yes,
it's
yes, we're bringing in the true new year together in
exactly.
Joshua Tree in the
Yeah.
desert, on a this beautiful space, beautiful property in that desert energy, which I love so much. And I didn't know, like, fun fact, I didn't know that I love the desert until my first trip to Palm Springs, which I think was in 2022. Was the first time I ever like went to the desert. Actually, no, that's
Right.
not true. I went to the desert before, but it was different. This time, like something about Palm Springs, I was like, like I
Right.
don't know, I just really like felt so connected, and I was like, I'm an ocean girl and a desert girl. Okay,
Exactly. Love them both. Yeah. That's so
so
interesting.
fun.
But yeah, so fun. We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be truly special. It's a special place. So yeah, I'm also very much an ocean girl, and I'm enjoying that right now. But the desert, the stargazing, the energy, it's
Stargazing,
all
yes,
magical, and it's gonna be great.
so
And
good.
just as a mom, to just get a few days
Yes,
away in that property and just get to, there's a cold plunge and there's a sauna. It's gonna be so fun.
yeah.
It's gonna be
Oh my
amazing.
gosh,
It's on top of the wellness of it
so
all,
good. Yeah,
but it's gonna be great from that like
right.
human perspective. And I also get to do,
All the
angelic
spiritual
work
stuff.
and meditation and spiritual stuff and rituals and things. Oh my God, it's dream. I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, if you guys are interested to learn
Yeah,
more, the all the information is going to be in the show notes. You can go check out the link. Their spots are getting filled, but there's still some left, so you can definitely go and check it out if this is resonating with you. If you are have been feeling this like tingle, I feel like it's like a tingly, like this
hmm
I don't know, something underneath the surface where you're like, ooh, there's something there. Like this is the next thing. This is the next step, or just that soul calling into that remembrance. Then definitely this is a really powerful opportunity to come and be together in person, and do all the things that we just talked about. I can't wait.
yes. It's gonna be so fun to go on that journey together with this lovely group of souls that is gathering around the retreat. So yeah, It's going to be
Yeah.
special. I can't wait. But yeah, happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary. Here's
So good.
to many more years on
Many
this
more
journey
years.
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
So
love it so much. So yeah, let's
I
keep
love it.
doing this
Yes.
forever. I love it so
I
much.
love it. And a special thank you to all of you guys listening in or watching if you're on YouTube, and just that you're a part of it. And we're celebrating you too, being on this journey together. And all of your love and support and amazing comments and just like everything,
Everything.
we receive it. We see you. We're so excited to be on this journey with you, and to continue to grow together. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is that we're on
Yeah.
this journey together. We're growing together. You're a part of it. You're in this community, and yeah, just gonna keep growing from here.
Keep growing and keep learning together. And yeah, keep growing this community of wonderful, curious, spiritually curious people and spiritual explorers. And yeah, let's keep having fun with this for another good year of wonderful guests and interesting
Yes.
conversations. And thank you so much to everyone listening, to all of our guests who have, trusted us and decided to come on the podcast and have lovely conversations, for being so generous with your time and attention. So yeah, couldn't be more grateful to all, every single person who has made this possible. And yeah,
Yeah.
onwards and forwards.
Exactly. Onwards and forwards. I love it. I love it. And I feel like this is a great time too to just invite people that if you do enjoy the podcast, if you're following, then please feel free to share this with your friends or anyone that you know who is into this, who would love to hear more. And then also to rate the podcast if you're listening from your app, or, even giving it a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. But it all helps for more people to discover, to find us, and to find these conversations, and to hopefully receive whatever nugget of wisdom they needed to receive that day. So
Yes.
yeah, it's all thanks to you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's been an incredible ride. I love this work so much, and I couldn't be happier, and I couldn't imagine if anyone, like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is just our soul work that we're doing together, and it's so amazing and so fulfilling. So thank you so much.
Oh,
It's
I love
so
it so
amazing.
much. I wish I could give you a hug right now.
Me too.
So good. Yeah, and I couldn't have said it better myself, and it's always so much better than what anything that I could have imagined
All right.
myself. So
Yeah.
yes, I love it. I'm so happy that we both said yes to this crazy ride of a journey. But it's the best. So
It's the best. Yeah.
yes, amazing.
Meant to be.
All
Well,
right.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.